Shooting in the water is something I like doing, so I
Mm.
am familiar with that. I think it was that I wanted to make sure there was a lot of safety involved. Um, we made sure that before we went out, one thing the fishermen do, if there's anybody that's not fisherman or like strong swimmer, is they do kind of a prayer to enter. And so the boat chief brought the traditional priest and he did like a whole prayer for the actors that were about to enter. They did a whole like ceremony for us to film on the coast next to the water. When you go into a community, you want to make sure that you're kind of like integrating with that community and you're not just like forcing yourself on it. So we worked with the chief. The chief Boutre was so kind and helpful and made announcements and, gave us parameters to shoot within and, let people know if they don't want to be seen, and they don't want to be an extra, please, maintain these parameters. He helped us get clearances because our hope was that we could distribute the film. So we had to make sure everything was at code, like all our locations have signed agreements, everybody that's in it has a signed contract, everybody signed and was paid because if you don't pay someone, then you technically don't own their copyright. So like we made sure like all of it was going through the right channels, but at the same time you have to understand that maybe a portion of the fishermen can't read. So you really want to make sure you're using the chiefs to translate and that there is a witness to someone saying yes to something. And so we just did all of that. The Ghana Navy from Takoradi came and they were like extras on the boat. So they were actually the fishermen that are on the boat. We dressed them as fishermen, but they were there just to keep the crew and everybody safe in case someone fell overboard. No one fell overboard, but we just wanted to make sure that there was like strong swimmers. There was a support boat offline that they brought from Takoradi just to kind of like because the canoes, you don't want to just get expensive cameras on these canoes.
They can
But
be
yeah,
an
we tried.
adventure.
Yeah, there could be an adventure. We tried, as much as possible, but all of that logistics of that to make it look like it's just like, oh, we're going out to sea, is a lot of work. It's a lot of meetings. It's just a lot keeping all that kind of going. So I hands off to the producers, the production unit manager, everybody that was helping to organize all of that.
I
But
salute your entire team. That's
yeah,
amazing. Clearly, a lot of care and thought beyond just sort of standard production to do. You also kind of paid attention to what was essential for this production to be ethical on the ground in the particular context. So hats off to you. And especially on the limited budget.